Hello, my friends. So today is November the 4th, and this is a reading for you if this is your birth date. You can also use this for an anniversary or some significant event date to see what the next year lays ahead for it. So, this is a four-card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. So, what for November the 4th is the general energy card of the year is the sustainer. And the sustainer does just that. Does everything that needs to be done in order for something to stay alive and be at its best. You know, they take care of the laundry. They do the laundry list. They watch over the food. They help in food if it needs it. They help. They fix beds. They make furniture. They do what is necessary behind the scenes generally in order for something to really purposefully get done and get accomplished well. And they make their lists and they do their chores, and they keep up with things and understand that it's often a thankless job. People don't necessarily see the sustainer in what they do because they're so easy at it, and it looks kind of task free, and thereby it doesn't get often the praise and the approval and the applause that might cause it to have some resentment sometime, and that's what the sustainer often has to go through. So, what is the particular challenge that you have this year, November the 4th? Well, it is the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is one who has created something very strong in the way of physical being. You know, the king is a master of something. You've mastered something on a physical realm. Maybe you've created money. Maybe you've created, an empire of business. Maybe you've created, a great family unit. Maybe you've created a powerful movement of people together to make something happen on a physical level. You've used your resources. You've used your talents. You're very talented. You're very physically talented to make things happen. You've often done it alone, by yourself. And not necessarily by yourself without somebody beside you, but you've often been more likely to not speak and be and just get things done. Just get things done. You're a doer. So, what is the challenge for the King of Pentacles? Well, kings often say that it's time to celebrate what you've created. And the other side of that is the king often has gotten now bored with what he's created and feels like something else might be there waiting for them to do. So it's kind of the end of cycles in a lot of ways. So your challenge is to realize or to accept that you're at the end of a cycle where you have been integral to the everything sustaining, to everything moving in a flow. And even though you might resent the not having the applause, it is still you. It is still your makeup. It is still your nature. It is still your work. And there's something automatic and respected in that to have gotten you this far. But if it's time to change, if your soul is asking you to do something different, if your spirit is saying, but you're not alive in this anymore, you don't feel compelled and enthusiastic in this anymore, you only feel like you particularly are needed in order for this thing to survive, whatever it is that you're doing. So that's a lot to take on for yourself, especially when it's time. If you need to move on, you have to trust that the people will be there to take over those positions and do the work that you so diligently did. And there will be people who figure that out, how to do it, who to put in there. It might be messy, it might be crazy, but you have to let go. You have to surrender. And that's what I think the King of Pentacles, the challenge for the King of Pentacles is to do, is surrender what they already know so well, what they've already done so well, what they've already put so much blood, sweat, and tears in. And yet, it's time to change something very important. because you want to feel alive and enthusiastic about your life. So this is the action that you can take, and that is the beaver. What does the beaver, except two beavers or a family of beavers, get together and dam up a river and create an entire ecosystem for a whole bunch of other critters? They work together, the beavers together. They work with other critters in a lot of ways to create the habitat around them, but the beaver starts it. The beaver is the doer, the beaver is the builder, the beaver is the one who works with others to create some important, complex, powerful, new physical presence. And that's your action. You are called to do something new. You are called to work with others in a new way, in a different way, in a more organic way, but still you love physical work, and you have to. This is about different kind of physical work. Now maybe it's really different, maybe it's not really different that much, but you have to let go of what you had, what you have right now. You have to let go of what you have so you can open to this new thing that's coming down the pike for you. And it's you'll know it, you'll feel it. You might reluctantly go toward it. You might suddenly go, oh, that's what I have to do. Oh my goodness, that's really what I want to do. That's what I want to do. That's what my body wants to do. That's what my physical presence wants to do. That's what the spirits inside of me is saying that I would feel much more attached to and into and purposeful, and I could give new enthusiasm to things, and I could give new power to things, and I could put my will of my body toward things. And that's the building that the beaver does. That's the building that the King of Pentacles has been doing. But it's now just about shifting focus, and it's about fourth card, synopsis or outcome. It's about saying no. It's about learning to say no for the betterment of yourself, and trusting that you're leaving whatever you have started and finished and mastered in some way is appropriate for other people to become masters of it, is appropriate now for other people to take it on and do it. And you have to trust that it'll be whatever it is. But you have to trust that you are called to something different, and you have to be able and willing to say no to what was, because it is a change. It is a new enlightened path for you, and you're really called to hold those hands up and say, no, I can't do this any longer. No, I apologize for having to leave. No, I recognize that you think I'm invaluable, but I'm not invaluable. There are new people that need to do this. There are new people that understand this, and I have to follow my spirit to the next thing. To the next thing. Aho, Mitakuye Oyasin. You will be the sustainer once more for a different thing.